Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Finishing Blow. I gave in, and I'm actually in small resolution right now, so it's like very, very tiny, but it's really not that bad now that I look at it. But I figured that quality is better than quality, and by that I mean that there's no stuttering, but the resolution sacrificed. So I don't know how else to say it. So yeah. Anyways, by the way, it's like midnight, so I'm pretty sure my neighbors are gonna love me. Um, I didn't know when else to film this, so I'm just going with it. I'm winging it, and they're just gonna have to deal with it. Um, yeah. So let's just start with the first team for the week. A lot of stuff I need to cover. It got more interesting as the week went on, for sure. These first few topics weren't really anything groundbreaking, but to start the week off, I did do an update on Gordon Liu. He's at 40%. He's recovered 40% movement in his body now, which is awesome. I know that he's still got a long way to go, but it's great to hear that he's actually recovering, and I hope he has a speedy recovery. I'm hoping that it'll get better as he gets more therapy with his body. So that's great to know. I really think it's going to be a while before we see him in film again, but at the same time, I would love to just see him make it out of the hospital and be moving and mobile on his own. I think that'd be great. So congrats to Gordon Liu for all the progress he's made, and I hope he has a fast and speedy recovery. Following that up is next year apparently is the 40th anniversary of Enter the Dragon, which I didn't know it had been out for 40 years. They haven't announced what all the new features are going to be, or if there are going to be any new features. For all we know, they could just repackage it and send it out again. Now, the Blu-ray for Enter the Dragon has a ton of footage, so I really, really doubt we're going to see something new. If anything, it's more likely that we're going to see like different stars talking about how Bruce Lee impacted their life. Something like that I could see happening. But other than that, I mean, it's going to be the same thing. But if you, for some reason, don't have Enter the Dragon yet, it comes out next year, 40th Anniversary Edition. So be sure to check that out. Okay, moving on. Let's see, we're on Tuesday now. Yeah. 16 posters for Man with the Iron Fist came out, which is RZA's directorial debut, I believe. Now, I've given RZA a bad rap, because he's from the Wu-Tang. That's not what I meant. But I don't like him as much as most people do. But at the same time, I can see that he appreciates the genre, which is great. The posters are very vintage-like. And it makes me hope that maybe the film's going to be good. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to go to theaters and watch it or not. If you guys want a review for it, I may go check it out. But as far as I'm aware, he's a very dedicated fan. He knows what he's doing. I just don't know if the film's going to translate in that sense. But the posters are awesome, so you should definitely check them out. I'm sure you'll find at least one or two that you'll like. Even I had a couple that I thought were pretty cool. So, anyways, moving on from the posters was Ip Man: The Final Battle, featuring Anthony Wong, has finished filming. I don't know when it's going to come out yet. I know they've been filming it for a while. Anthony Wong trained for like a year to become the Ip Man character that he wanted to be. So hopefully we'll be seeing a trailer here soon. Now, it's still not directed by the same person that did the original Ip Man films, Wilson Yip. And it's by the director who did The Legend is Born. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of The Legend is Born. It was okay, but it wasn't nearly as good as like the Donnie Yen films were. And I don't know how this film's going to translate. I'm really hoping they take a dramatic aspect and they don't go full-on action. They go with the age of Ip and kind of show more about his like human characteristics, I guess, than just like a fighting machine. I think that would be perfect. So if I find a trailer for it, I'll definitely post it for you guys. But as of right now, we know that it's finished filming. I don't think it's going to hit that same December market that all the other films are hitting. But probably, I don't know, maybe Chinese New Year at this rate. We'll probably see it around there. So I'll let you guys know as soon as I find out. Speaking of trailers, Tai Chi Hero came out, a couple weeks ago in China, and is coming out next week in the States. Well, there's a trailer for Tai Chi Hero now. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't think it's spoilerish at all, but at the same time, I noticed a lot of the scenes from the trailer are reused in Tai Chi Hero, which makes me wonder how much of that stuff is actually in Tai Chi Zero, because there's a chance that they just showed both in the Tai Chi Zero trailer, and there's actually more stuff that goes in Tai Chi Hero. So if you're looking forward to Tai Chi Zero, you may find out that some of the stuff that you thought was in the trailer is actually in Tai Chi Hero. From what I understand, the two stories are interconnected, which is why they released them back to back. I don't know what the third one's going to be or how it's going to be like, but I'm still interested in it. I'm going to try and watch it next week-ish and hopefully get a review up so that you guys can read it and see what I think about it. I'm actually excited for it. I think that the steampunk aspect of it looks really cool, so I'm curious how it does, but I'll definitely let you guys know if I do go watch it, what I think about it. Moving on, Jean-Claude Van Damme wanted to be in the remake for Bloodsport. I think it's been a while since I talked about that, but he did. He also wanted to do a Double Impact sequel. But anyways, word on the street is that he will not be in the remake at all, which I understand. I can get that. But what really bugs me about the announcement that they had was that they said, A, it's not going to have anything to do with the Kumite, B, the story's going to be completely different, and C, it doesn't have to do with Frank Dukes either. Or is it Dukes, right? Yeah. I watched the movie and I can't remember. But none of those, like, those are the elements of what Bloodsport is. So if it's not about the Kumite, if it's not about Frank, what is it about? Like, is it just something that happens to have the Bloodsport name? Even the Karate Kid remake had some elements of it that were the same. So I'm really curious and worried as to where that film is going. I don't know. When I find out, I'll be sure to share with you guys, but as far as I know, it's a totally different film that has nothing to do with anything besides it's called Bloodsport. So we'll see. Maybe they're trying to do like a sequel or something with the characters, but again, if it doesn't have to do with the Kumite, then why would you call it a remake? I don't know. I literally don't know. I just kicked my desk in case you were wondering what that was. I apologize. Okay, moving on. Whew, I'm like blazing through these because there's not really anything to talk about. Tony Jaa had his kid on, I want to say the 9th. I might be wrong. It's either the 7th or the 9th. But he just recently had his firstborn child, which is a daughter, which I learned after I made the post. I don't know what the name of his daughter is, but there are some pictures of him with his daughter, and they look happy. But I love the picture with the beats, because every baby needs to have beats over their ears when they first come into this world. But in all seriousness, I'm really happy that Tony has a child. Nobody kidnapped this child because he levels entire towns for Buddha heads and elephants. So I can only imagine what he would do if an actual child of his was kidnapped. But no, congrats to Tony Jaa. I think hopefully we'll see some more Tom Yum-goong stuff here soon, especially if he's going to be taking care of his kid. But we'll see how it goes. But I did want to share that with you guys, so congrats to him. And moving on, lastly, I'm already done with everything. Holy cow. I don't even know what's going on. Like, I literally just blazed through all the topics because there's not really, you guys can really see all of them for yourself this week. Because they're mostly just, it's just news. I don't even have anything awesome to share. I feel like I've let you all down. But lastly, I did a review for Spooky Encounters, aka Encounters of the Spooky Kind, I think it is, which is a Sammo Hung film, an old Sammo Hung film, but a good one. And I wanted to do something kind of like Halloweenish. So next week, I'm thinking about doing Mr. Vampire, because I won't be able to watch Tai Chi Zero before next Friday, because that's when it comes out, and I always try to get my reviews done a little bit early, as opposed to like that day. So anyway, Spooky Encounters, did a review for that. You should definitely check it out. I gotta say though, if you guys haven't seen that film, the ending is the best ending I've ever seen in a movie. And with Kung Fu movies, I don't know, the old Kung Fu movies, they never really cared about wrapping up story. Like, the final boss is defeated, you get like maybe another 30 seconds, and then after that is credits. And I think that's what's great with Spooky Encounters, is like, they wrap it up really fast, and it's awesome. It always puts a smile on my face. So hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you really need to see that movie, even if it's just for the ending. It's amazing. Okay, anyways, that's all I got this week. Honestly, that's all I got. So I guess some weeks are going to be like this. Hopefully you guys don't mind the resolution downgrade, I don't think it's going to bother too many people, but again, it's easier this way. So hopefully you guys had a good week. Hopefully I'll have more stuff to talk about next week, but until then, that's it. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is KML, and this week has been finished.